Hello, I welcome you on Theater Cinema. Today I explain 2016 movie, The Mermaid. This movie starts showing such a community, where the inhabitants were polluting their own environment. As a result, many species were rooting out. Those species would have gone extinct as a result of this. Now some aristocratic people of this society are seen at auction. This auction was on an island which is purchased in $20 million by a man named Lou. In this happiness, Lou invites the businessman at his house for a party, where a businessman appears as a superhero, putting on a jetpack. Lou greets everyone at his home. After a time, it is revealed to him that they are not their well-wisher. Those people say to Lou, the island on which he has made a deal, that island has many dolphins, so it is useless. They also expose that they have acted as such with the aim to harm Lou according to plan, because no construction is possible on that island because of the existence of dolphins. Saying it, they begin to laugh because they were thinking of that. They have befooled Lou as he tells them that he has taken the permission letter to remove the dolphins from that place with the help of new technology. Hearing it, all businessmen are worried because their plan to harm Lou was spoiled. And the same businessman here who had reached here as a superhero, he leaves that place after insulting Lou. As he begins to return back, then his rocket belt becomes out of order, and he had started to fly here and there like a mosquito. All people were disappointed now who were making fun at Lou in this party. Being carefree about people, Lou begins to enjoy his party. Then a businesswoman requests Lou to select her as a partner in his business. He accepts his request. They are celebrating their new business partnership. That their celebration is interrupted by a girl, wearing an odd makeup. It was her words that she wants to meet Lou, but his guards takes her away. But Lou comes to him as that girl makes a noise, and she gives Lou her contact number and says, contact if he ever wants to meet her. This was a very confusing situation, and he asks her to go after taking her contact number. Afterwards, it is seen that girl is going to his house on her skateboard. It is known later that girl's name is Sean, who had reached Lou's island, boarding a boat, where it had known that Sean is a mermaid, and the boat through which Sean had reached here. Many mermaids were entrapped in it, because Lou had created some machines to keep dolphins away from his island, which used to emit the ultrasonic waves. Dolphins had left that place because of these ultrasonic waves. Many mermaid had met their end, while survivor mermaids were entrapped in this boat to rescue themselves. Mermaid's leader Octopus plans to kill Lou, because they choose most beautiful mermaid of their group, Sean, for the accomplishment of their mission, who can kill Lou after entrapping him. The scene moves to Lou, who is with his new business partner. That girl was trying to show Lou down, saying as he belongs to mediocre family, while that girl belongs to the royal family. So they are unparalleled for each other. Hearing it, Lou is enraged, and he contacts with Sean with a message, you will be picked up from here within 2 hours. Mermaids get ready with their weapons as they hear this message. Sean goes out, getting ready, and they learn this as they open the door. There are Lou's guards have come to pick her up, not Lou. They carry Sean to Lou's office, where she is told that their boss will soon meet her. Then she pours a drop of poison in a placed lemon water glass near her. But she is shocked, lifting her head, because there was security guard who says to Sean for security cautions, that she may take the lemon juice of one of the glasses, but the issue was this, as Sean had forgotten which glass had been poisoned by her. Now she takes a glass of lemon water glass in fear and takes it. Suddenly her face expressions begin to change. But it is revealed after a few seconds that she has a piece of a lemon in her mouth. Due to this, her face expressions had altered. But there was a poison in that glass which security guard was holding. Security guard loses his consciousness there. Sean gets up in frustration, and she rescues security guard, pouring the alcoholic drink in the mouth of him. Meanwhile, Sean notices Lou and she starts following him, so she may target his victim. Now she was going to attack Lou with Sea Archer. Contrarily, clock is hit on her head in spite of hitting Lou, which had been thrown in rage at a distance by Lou. In this way, she is stumbled. After this, Sean tries to kill Lou with Sea Archer for the second time, but she does not notice it that there is front glass wall, so that Sea Archer is struck on her head. But Sean does not accept her defeat. Once more time, she attacks Lou with Sea Archer behind the door. At this time, Sea Archer is attached on her face because of the opening of the door. Now her own body was also becoming poisonous because of that Sea Archer. But she wanted to accomplish her mission at any cost, so she attacks Lou, hiding herself under the table. Lou begins to dance here. As a result, Sean's every attack is missed. Contrarily, Lou's foot comes on the hand of Sean, and she begins to feel pain, as Sean is going to stab Lou's foot to get her hand free. Lou immediately lifts his foot. In this way, her own hand is wounded. Sean was fed up from it, and she was also feeling too angry. Then she attacks Lou, using her flying skills. Lou's golf stick hits on her face and she loses her senses. Lou was very afraid, witnessing an unconscious girl behind him, but Lou was enraged within a time. So he pays much money to Sean so she may leave him. But Sean says to Lou, "I don't feel need of your money at all." Hearing it, Lou is confused and he says to her that, "Who are you? I never ever met you, so why are you after me?" He is nearly to go from here, leaving Sean. Suddenly, he turns back, and he begins to treat Sean as she is his girlfriend. As that business partner comes after Lou, then it is revealed that he is pretending it to envy that girl. And Lou moves away, taking Sean. Now both are seen in a car, where Sean feels appetite and she leads Lou to a street restaurant. First of all, Lou becomes enraged and he was not wanting to have food at this place. But he was also feeling much appetite, so they both begin to take meal at this place. Lou becomes so sentimental unexpectedly after taking meal. And he tells on asking of Sean, they were very poor in his childhood. And they used to take such a meal after stealing. He tells Sean, "I had promised myself at that day that I will be wealthiest man of this city." Sean says here, "You are at fault in this matter because money is not everything." She speaks some emotional sentences. Consequently, Lou becomes so excited. Now he signs a check of $1 million for Sean. But Sean burns this check and she says to him, she does not need of this check. Because money is nothing for her. She tells, "I am along with you for this purpose, because I have affections for you." Sean begins to sing for Lou with it. Noticing it, Lou and Sean's singing choices are same, so Lou also begins to sing with her. Sean begins to sing a song in her sound of Mermaid all of a sudden. Due to this, all glass-made things are cracked. And Lou's fake mustaches are also taken off. Afterwards, Lou and Sean enjoy a lot. Now Lou comes to drop Sean at her house, where Sean's family were ready to kill Lou. Now Sean had also started to like Lou, so she did not wish that mer people may harm Lou. Sean was really wanted to rescue Lou, so she was taking off her dress. So Lou may witness that she is a mermaid. But nothing was appearing visible to Lou due to the darkness. He says, moving into the house, "We may see what you are wanting to show." Sean smiles here and locks the door, moving into the house. Because she knew that Lou will become a target if he steps into the house. At Sean's house, Octopus was enraged because their prey had slipped from their grip. When Sean receives a call from Lou who says, he wants to meet her again. Then all become so excited again and begin to sloganize Lou's death. On the second day, Sean takes Lou to a restaurant, where Octopus is there as a chef because he did not want to miss his target now. And he had approached here after planning as he will kill Lou here. Many bodyguards come here before he attempted to kill Lou, and their plan is spoiled here. Now Octopus had no other way except showing it that his tentacles are fake. So the rest of the chefs begin to cut his other tentacles. And he also puts his tentacles on fire to prove his lie as a truth. For this, he was feeling much pain, so he was making his strangest expressions. Lou was thinking that it is the part of his acting. As the things become out of control by Octopus, he escapes from there, releasing the black liquid from his mouth. Sean says to all to handle the situation here, it is the part of his acting. Lou proposes Sean for marriage and he says, it is that unique action, which is going on in his life in a best way. But Sean is not able to accept it, and she tells Lou, calling him fool, she has come here to kill him, not for another purpose. Meantime, Lou's business partner arrives here. Due to this, Sean and Lou leave this place. In the next scene, Sean's house is again shown, where Octopus was in full rage and he had also started to suspect Sean, as Sean perhaps has started to like Lou. The door is knocked during their discussion, as Sean opens the door in fury, then she encounters Lou at the front. And Lou is shocked, noticing her fishtail fin for a time. And he loses his consciousness as he casts a glance at other mermaids in the room. When Lou restores his consciousness, then he glimpses those mermaids, which were injured because of his sonar. And Octopus was going to kill him, but Lou requests him while weeping, give me a chance, so I may turn off those sonars. He says, I had no idea that these sonars may be so harmful. But Octopus was not in this intention to leave him, so he begins to choke him with his tentacles. But Sean cuts her leader Octopus tentacle to rescue the life of her friend. Due to this, Lou gets a chance to escape from here. Being escaped from here, Lou goes to the police station. But no one believes in his story. And they make fun at him. Being disappointed from here, Lou comes back to his office. And he says to doctors that he himself wants to investigate the sonar. He begins to feel much pain as the sonar is turned on. The doctors tell him here, it was only 10% of sonars. And he had known it that sonar is very harmful. So he decides to take the sonars out of the water. Lou's business partner asks him, "Why did your plan change instantly?" At the same time, he tells the whole story of mermaids to her. But that girl does not astonish, hearing it because her company was already working on mermaids. And they have been investigating the mermaids for many years. That girl says to Lou, their company will be on full advantage if they discover the alive mermaids. But Lou had no intention to harm mermaids, so he hurriedly contacts Sean. But he decides to go at her place in car when she does not receive his call. Before Lou reaches there, Lou's partner reaches there to that boat, taking her men. That girl had sent many soldiers to capture mermaids. As those soldiers get in the boat, then they find that boat empty. Moving underwater, they come to know that all mermaids are hidden there. And they begin to fire their guns at the mermaids mercilessly. The water began to turn into red from its transparency as the mermaids receive the gunshots. Those mermaids move out of the water to escape from that firing. They close them into the bags while killing them mercilessly. They are nothing but mere fish. Now Sean comes out of the water, and she falls down on the soldiers while fighting with them. But Octopus rescues him before the soldiers might harm her. And he tries to throw her out of the boat, using his tentacles. But soldiers set trap out of the boat before Sean comes out of it. So she falls back into the boat. Before this, they may kill Sean. A big wave of water carries them with it. That old mermaid is seen here, which was creating the waves in the water through her giant fins. She was attacking the humans with these waves. Now a soldier attacks that mermaid from backside, standing at a distance. Consequently, she jumps into the water. She realizes here that sonars are not working. And she orders all mermaids to move into the ocean. In this way, many mermaids are succeeded to survive. Moving into the ocean, they attack Sean. In spite of this attack, she was moving far in the water, gathering all her energy. But Lou's business partner attacks Sean from the helicopter. Due to this, there is an explosion in the water. On the other side, Lou is seen, who was caught in a traffic. And he wanted to reach Sean as soon as possible. Lou's partner orders to kill Sean, who is out of water here. And Lou glimpses his business opposition in this traffic, who had been seen in the jetpack at the very start of the movie. Lou reaches there in a jetpack of his business rival like a hero before his business partner harms Sean. He tries to rescue his friend. But Lou's business partner also attacks him. But he leaves Sean into the water in spite of the arrow shot in his body. And he himself falls down there. Meantime, police arrive there. Now Lou is shown at his house again while shifting this scene from here. And a reporter had come there to interview Lou, who was asking about mermaids from Lou. Lou laughs loudly, and he tells him, mermaids are only in the fictions exaggerated by human beings. At the same time, Sean appears there in human appearance. And Lou introduces him with journalist. In the end of the movie, Lou and Sean are seen in the ocean. Where Sean was showing her husband the wonders of underwater life. At last, mermaid's life had also preserved. The movie completes on this scene showing the sight. Please subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.